Good game day morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, my buddy Cowboy Joe Brew, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Brew Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here. Let's wake up the football gods this morning. Wake up, guys. Wake up. It's game day. You know, it's amazing that the coffee taste it tastes that much better on game day. Oh my goodness. We actually had a little bit of rain last night, but looks like the football gods are going to smile on us, and it's moving out, so I got to go get the set up for today. But just in case, you always have to have a backup plan for everything you do in life. So that way, if you put all your eggs in one basket, if something happens, you got to be able to roll. So I worked yesterday on making sure that if it ends up raining outside and we can't have everybody out there the way we normally do it, I have to go ahead and make sure I've got a backup plan. And the backup plan, of course, is inside of here. I had to rerun some of the cables because for some reason one of the HDMI cables for the TV over the bar was corroded. And so I had to redo that. So I got that out of the way. So I've got one feed I can put over there. I got another section over here so I can put another one of the TVs here. So that way I can get two different feeds. And then the main TV, so that way, of course, we can do it. And I can sit over there. We can have people sitting at the bar. So we're covered. Backup plan. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. We going to make sure we have a show one way or the other. And as the Dallas Cowboys get out ready to take on the New York stinking Giants, you can see that the Dallas Cowboys have been taking care of backup plans of their own for the games. First of all, Zeke Elliott, Randy Gregory, and Amari Cooper, hamstring and knee issues. They're going to be all fine. The Cowboys will be at full strength going against the Giants, which are banged up. But an interesting article that came through this morning I saw from Blogging the Boys. I had mentioned this before when we were originally talking about getting rid of Jalen Smith. In some regard, I'm surprised. I'm surprised and I'm not surprised. Okay, we knew that we had a Jalen Smith money issue that was going to be coming, and the Cowboys took care of it the best way that they could for the player as well for the future of the team. Understand that. When we had people that kept saying, get rid of Van Der Esch and get rid of Anthony Brown and get rid of this guy and that guy and so on, when you look at teams that have been successful, mainly you can look at Bill Belichick and New England. One of the things that New England always did was it wasn't about a couple of superstars. They always had Tom Brady, of course. But you didn't necessarily see a lot of Pro Bowl players. Hence, the Dallas Cowboys, every year we would, except for last year, we'd always have a lot of Pro Bowlers, 7, 8, 9, 10. One year we even had 13 Pro Bowlers. We would have like some of the cream of the crop in some positions, the Tyron Smiths, the Des Bryant, the Tony Romo, and things like that. Of course, Zach Martin and, Travis Frederick. But then the problem was we were always so top-heavy in salaries to those guys that we dropped off so low to the next level. You'd go from a Tyron Smith to a Chaz Green. And if you had a couple of injuries to those key players, you're shot. The level of play on your team is hurt. This year, it seems totally different that we got, as my friend Alex would say, Jesus in a jug. I still don't know what that means, but I know it's a good thing. With Terrence Steele, because Lyle Collins has been missing the last, now 5 games, but Terrence Steele has been playing lights out. You didn't drop off a cliff as far as talent-wise. And you can say the same about when Zach Martin was out with COVID, you had Connor McGovern that came in. The backups or the second guys that are in part of that rotation, there's not a major drop-off. And when we were looking at the defense, strength through numbers, Dan Quinn, and I think about it with Seattle. With Seattle, they had really good players, Cliff Avrils and Bennett and things like that. but they didn't have like a Khalil Mack. They didn't have the top of the mountain, but they had like 7, 8 guys on that defensive front that they could rotate in. And when you have good players, really good players, and you have depth in there, you can send a wave after a wave. So you don't change your offensive tackle, your guard, your center, and so on throughout the game unless they're hurt. They're playing every snap. But if you've got 2 really good guys that are splitting the time, they're not getting as tired as the guy across from them. And herein lies part of the philosophy of the Dallas Cowboys. And when you see the amount of players that we've had out, that we've been able to weather the storm, you look at this and say, this is good. It's unbelievable that through 4 games, stop here for a second. You have 11 starters. 11 starters. We have played 30 different players at some point. 30 different players. That's a lot. That's a lot. 30 different players. The most being, of course, Anthony Brown and Diggs. They've played each like 175 snaps. But for us to go through, and you think about last year playing safety position, which was atrocious with the exception of Darian Thompson. Darian Thompson has only played 1 game. I believe 1 snap. The fact that we've actually got guys from Malik Hooker to Kazee, Curse, and these guys that are in there that are young, hungry, trying to get a contract, and being able to rotate and being fresh to go against the other teams, we're in a position to literally just wear down the competition. And once we start getting those big guns back, the Marcus Lawrence, the Darian Thompson, the Neville Gallimores, Tristan Hill, you remember that guy? And are able to put them into a rotation, you literally are able to run circles around the other guy. And this is where you'll see the Cowboys second half, late in third, fourth quarters, be able to just separate themselves from other teams. This has been a great design for the Dallas Cowboys this year. This is much, like I said, like New England-esque, where New England could lose a starter. They can decide, we're going to trade a guy and get some picks for next year, or we're going to let a big-name free agent go, get paid elsewhere, and get a compensatory pick. The only problem, of course, with this philosophy of having all of these guys that are on 1-year contracts that are playing lights out, trying to play for a position either here with the Cowboys or elsewhere, is we got to deal with them at the end of the season. Hence the reason why Jalen Smith ended up going, because when you think about Jalen Smith, and I love Jalen Smith, okay, and I know a lot of people are sad that Jalen Smith is gone and can't believe that the Cowboys let him go. DeMarcus Ware? Anyone? Marcus Ware was no more beloved player on the Cowboys. They let him go. Dez Bryant? Anyone? For me, Tony Dorsett, Emmitt Smith. This is the nature of the beast in the NFL. And if you are running a team with your heart, sadly, you're not going to be a winner. Football is a cold business. And it's always about looking for that next guy to replace the ones that you have. It's a tough beast. We always, as a kid, dream about being a football player. The realities of being a football player is it hurts physically, emotionally, and mentally, all the way around. So we are 4 hours away from kickoff. We'll be live streaming, of course, the Washington football game and the Eagles game, of course, with our exclusive Philly 500 meltdown cam. You know we have to have that. And then we'll be rolling into the Giants game. I hope you guys join in. Today is my birthday, and we are over 40,000. Oh my God. I can't believe it. We are over 40,000. And if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel and you come in, go ahead. Let's see if we can push this up a little bit more here today on my birthday, just for, because we're trying to get to 50,000 now. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys and you ladies out there for all the support that you've given me. I've got a couple of presents that came in from some of you great fans. We'll have my man Hawk is supposed to be coming down today. I know Daniel will be here. Rashid, of course, will be here. So, hopefully we'll see Rashid melt down 100%. And I have not heard back yet from Pizzle on whether or not he's accepted my terms for this bet where he wants me to shave my head if the Cowboys lose. We'll see. You've got till 1 o'clock to decide, Pizzle, on what we're going to do. Are we going to dance or not? And with that being said, I got to go get the set ready. Our coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Sports Report.